What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. This is going to be my ultimate guide for the NECROGIANT in Call of Dragons. The NECROGIANT is the most difficult behemoth to kill in Season 1. It's going to require everybody in the Alliance to be on the same page. As you can see from here, we have defeated the NECROGIANT over 3 times, and in today's episode, I'm gonna show you some of the tips and tricks that we use to get things done. If you haven't yet already, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Turn on the bell notification so you don't miss out. Let's destroy the NECROGIANT. Let's get it started. I'm gonna begin the video by showing you guys some of the things that you need. We shall go straight to the artifact. The one artifact that the majority of players should bring is called the freezing ring. The freezing ring is gonna protect you. It's gonna help you survive the different waves of attacks from the NECROGIANT. There is no point bringing something like a shadow blade when you're gonna die within the first 2 waves. Therefore, it is much better to bring the freezing ring. And with the freezing ring, the duration of protection depends on the level. For example, mine is 30 seconds. There is one thing you need to keep in mind. You can get out of this shield at any time you want. All you have to do is just tap on it and the bubble will pop. Do not wait for all the 30 seconds to go. Especially if the special attack from the NECROGIANT is done, just pop the shield and start attacking. The second artifact that you need is gonna be the Airborne Tears. That is the legendary one. It's gonna help heal your players. Unfortunately, I don't have that artifact yet, but if you guys have it, you should bring it. Another thing to do is to try and be friends with other alliances. Try to recruit some of their T4 players to come and help you out with the NECROGIANT. The more damage you can do, the better. The trick is to have all 50 players available for at least the first 2 waves. And the one thing that's gonna save a lot of players is going to be the freeze ring. In today's video, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how you can dodge all of the attacks and some of the things that you need to do. So let's go straight to the NECROGIANT area and see what we can do. Alright guys, so right here is a NECROGIANT lair. As you can see, there is 2 of them. This one on the left hand side is the NECROGIANT, and this one over here is the giant. You probably fought him earlier. With the NECROGIANT, he can only be damaged by physical attacks, which means units like cavalry, infantry, and archers should all attack the NECROGIANT. They should not try and attack the giant because that's not gonna work. With the giant, you're gonna need magic units to destroy. So if you have magic units, send them to destroy the giant. Physical attack will go to the NECROGIANT. That's something you should keep in mind. Do not try and attack this guy over here with magic units because that's not gonna work. That's something to keep in mind. Alright guys, it seems like everyone is ready to take down the NECROGIANT. We have 50 out of 50 players available. Like I said before, you can ask for help from some other alliances. Try to get their T4 players to come and help you out. The goal is simple. You should have at least 50 players for the first 2 waves. And the one thing that's gonna save you is gonna be the freezing ring. You should also have the Airborne Tears to help heal everyone else. The NECROGIANT can only take damage from physical attacks, which means if you have cavalry, if you have infantry, if you have archers, you should go for the NECROGIANT. All magic units should hit the giant instead. If you try to do it vice versa, it's not gonna work. So the party has begun. The goal is to have all 50 players available for at least 2 waves. That way we do more damage. The health point started at 2.5 million. Let's see how many is going to be left with all 50 players available. All magic units go for the giant. All physical attack units go for the necro. One thing to remember is trying to separate these 2 giants. If they are close together, they don't take a lot of damage, so try to pull them apart. And here we go, the first set of attack. This one is called the Barrier of Withering. One of the easiest one to dodge. You don't need to pop your shield for this. There are just few things that you need to remember. If you get caught in one of the beams, try not to walk with it. Let it go past you and then walk behind it. If you try to walk with it, you're gonna be taking continuous damage. As you can see, some people here are making that mistake. They are in the beam and they are walking with it, taking continuous damage. stop, let it pass, and then walk behind it. Another thing to do is to try and move away from the center, like move towards the outside where there is a bigger room for you to dodge without getting caught. Try to do that and you will dodge this barrier of withering without any problem. Again guys, the goal is to have 50 people for at least 2 waves. That way you deal more damage. You should use Freezing Ring and the Airborne Tears. There is no point bringing damage artifacts if you're gonna get killed in the first 2 waves anyway. Looks like everybody is doing good. We still have 50 out of 50 players available, which is exactly where we should be. Alright, now we get back to the attack. Again, remember, magic units go for the giant, physical attack units go for the NECROGIANT. Try to split them up. If you guys see some stones, you should go and grab them. The stones is gonna heal you guys and make you guys a little bit stronger. So far so good. Everybody is doing their due diligence. This thing is gonna go down fast. Just look at the health point, how it's dropping. It was 2.5 million, now it's back down to 1.3. Here comes the next set of attack. This one is called the DARKFIRE. You should try and go to the circle if you don't want to take continuous damage on the outside. You don't need your shield for this one as well. We kinda got lucky with the different set of attacks in this NECROGIANT. So far only one person has died. I don't know what the heck they were doing. So just stay in the circle, protect yourself. There is no point attacking the NECROGIANT right now because it's invulnerable, it takes no damage. As soon as this set of attack is done, we shall see how much damage we deal again. So far so good. The giants are close to each other, they don't take a lot of damage. We need to split them up. So our tanks are gonna move away and pull the giants away. Right now they're not taking any damage. They are not connected anymore. And just look how the health point is dropping. Again, remember guys, magic units go for the giant, physical units go for the necro. And also grab the stones if you can. And here comes one of the most difficult attacks to dodge. This one is called the Haunting of the Ill Intent. This is where you pop your shield. Now look at all the sad faces running outside. I can tell you these guys put damage artifacts. Now what's the point of the damage artifact when you get destroyed? So for this Haunting of Ill Intent, you're gonna need your Freezing Ring. And also guys, remember, you can always get out of this Freezing Ring at any time. Just tap on it again and it's going to pop. You're gonna see some people here just sitting waiting for it to pop by itself. Definitely not a good idea. Like some have popped theirs, others are still waiting. You should pop it by yourself. Now separate the giants. Again, magic units go for the giant, physical units go for the necro. Right now this thing is about to go down. We have about 40 players left. They are going for damage instead of going for the stones. So let's see what happens. The NECROGIANT is very difficult to take down. It's gonna require everyone to be on the same page. Here we go guys, the most dangerous attack of the NECROGIANT has entered the building. As soon as you see this one, everybody should run to the other end of the wall and wait there. Because if you're at the end of the other wall, you can see the pattern of the incoming attacks. Do not try to be like these two people here who are trying to like go close to this thing. They don't know what's coming in front. Some players are going towards the end of the wall, which is a good thing. You should dodge the thing by staying by the end of the wall. Just stay on one side of the wall, dodge, keep moving left. Just look at all the sad faces. There is one thing to keep in mind also. If you know you cannot make it, try to go through. That's the only way. Don't try to walk and get hit by 2 waves instead of 1. So if you get caught, try to go through. If you're very accurate, you can position your cursor in a way that this thing will not even touch you. I don't know how it's done yet, but I think you can do it. So if you cannot dodge it, try to go through. Do not try to walk across and get hit by 2 waves instead of 1. All the sad faces have left. Now look at these people here in the center. They are walking and taking continuous damage instead of going through. That's something you should keep in mind. If you know you cannot dodge it, just go through. Right now, I think everyone is just gonna go for all damage. Again, remember, Giant, you use magic units. NECROGIANT, you use physical units. I see the stones available, but people don't want to go for it because they think the NECROGIANT is gonna go down. And this thing has a duration of 10 minutes. If you don't kill it within the 10 minutes, it's gonna kill everyone. That's part of the reason why you should have all 50 players available for at least 2 waves. Right now we have about 24 players left, and here we got lucky. This type of attack is not so bad, the DARKFIRE. You just go straight to the circle and try to dodge it. Now would be the best time to pop out the Airborne Tears and heal everyone. But from the looks of it, it seems like everybody with the Airborne Tear is dead. So let's see what happens here with this NECROGIANT. 21 people left with few health left. I think this NECROGIANT is gonna go down. 20 people should be enough. The first 50 people we had for the first 2 waves already did most of the damage. Right now they're coming close to each other. We need to pull them apart. First of all, we grab the stones. Everybody is healed. Now the tanks are gonna drag the NECROGIANT and take them apart so that they take more damage. Finally, separated. Now everybody is attacking in the right way. Magic units go for the giant, physical go for the necro. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you take down the NECROGIANT in Call of Dragons. Make sure you work like a team. Don't try to come and just do damage, you know. Try to bring artifacts that's gonna help you out. You need the freezing ring. You can also use the Airborne Tears. That's gonna save you big time. As soon as we finish dodging this barrier of withering, this NECROGIANT is gonna go down hard. Now everybody is doing things right. I see some sad faces. They're not paying attention. 20 out of 50. This should be enough to take down this NECROGIANT. If you are liking this content, make sure you subscribe for more. Turn on the bell notification. It is time to destroy this NECROGIANT. Now all the physical units are coming to the NECROGIANT, while the magic units are going to the giant. Gonna take them down. Some sweet rewards and some sweet buffs for the alliance. Yep, this one is gonna finish off right away. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you take down the NECROGIANT. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you have any more tips and tricks, comment them down below. This NECROGIANT is gonna go down and we shall see what happens. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss out. Until then, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye bye for now.